Hello everyone, MarcusWolfe here, welcoming you all back to another episode of Disco Elysium, where my character, aka potentially Harry, has decided to just whip out the flashlight and just like blink. Okay, so last we left off, I'm lost. I have I have honestly no better way to say it than I'm just lost. I don't know what to do. And we'll just continue meandering around. I'm gonna go look at the... Oh, that's so loud in my ear. We're just gonna go ahead into this pawn shop. But before that, I do want to talk to this gentleman... Was it shift or tab? Tab. This gentleman was doing some talking. Hello, sir. On a waterlock.
A burly man hangs out by the waterlock, carving up a generous serving of salami with an old hunter's knife. His eyes are fixed on a man stranded on the other side of the waterlock and on an enormous billboard that has fallen down into the canal between them.
Huh. Any idea what caused this wreckage over there?
I wasn't here to witness it, but those look like tire tracks on that sign. Weird, huh? Then again, plenty of daredevil drivers in Rivershoal.
So there was a billboard sign up here. Because remember, I did say that the tire tracks moved to here. So whatever car that did a quick reverse and then sped away rattled through the roof of the pawn shop and across to somewhere. Yeah, you're telling me, sir. Daredevil drivers in Rivershoal.
Too bad it also takes a year and a day to repair anything around here. Especially a waterlock. The rest of the coast is closed off till then.
Well, do you know what's further down the coast?
Well, there's the fishing village, an abandoned fish market, a bizarro church. Not much use to the congregation, though. There always seems to be something wrong with it.
He thinks for a moment.
Yeah, not really much else. Just bombed out ruins.
Bombed out room? Okay. Interesting, thanks. By the way, and this might sound a bit odd, but... do you mind if I had some of that salami you're eating?
Sure thing.
He cuts off a slice of salami.
It is salty, it is savory, it is chewy. The hangover only makes the salami more tasty.
Want some too, officer?
He turns to the lieutenant.
Why not?
The lieutenant ponders the offer for a moment, then decides to go for it. He takes a slice from the man and chews on it. Right then. Bye. Why do I always get these free heals, and when I don't need them? There is something very wrong with this freaking picture. Butter sign down.
A couple of indicator lights are missing from this control panel. Loose wires dangle from the now vacant holes. In the middle is a lever. Beneath it, a small metal plaque.
Wait, did the person saw that was closed up and then daredevil to the other side? Oh god.
This panel usually closes the waterlock, turning it into a bridge that lets you cross the canal. But there's a crashed salmon and butter sign in the way. Pulling the lever probably won't do anything.
Well, never know unless you try, right? Let's do it.
You pull the lever all the way up until the metal clicks against the contact pins. You hear a soft clunk. Then, nothing happens.
Let's push it harder.
Nothing happens. A cold gust of wind blowing in from the sea interrupts the silence of the situation.
The lieutenant hums to himself while staring at your activities. Whatever.
A spring brings the lever back to its original position. You still need to close the waterlock to get across the canal. Some other way. Wasn't there a sign over there saying functionality will be restored on Wednesday morning?
It did say that. I just don't know what day is today. Is it Monday? Is it Sunday? How much longer do I have to wait until Wednesday? Where was that sign? I vaguely... Wrong button. Oh, well, there are all these thingies here? Can I not? Okay, can I go down the ladder? I cannot. Okay, well, that's fine. I know there was a sign around here somewhere. I remember seeing a sign that said Wednesday, but I guess I was wrong. Oh, well, whatever. Into the...
Yes?
No, Kim, sorry. Thank you for talking to me, but I just wanted to go into the building. Which you are conveniently in the way. Hello, there are many things here. There are many things here. Yeah, that's a way to talk. Oh god, Harry, please move faster. Some kind of machine. An antique cash register? I can't see because the speech bubble's in the way. That might be a cash register. I can't... Oh, I can zoom in. I forgot about that. Oh, Harry, get closer. Yeah, that kind of looks like a cash register, but I can't say for certain. There's a bust here. A bust of a woman. The plaque simply says... DEI. In the dark, a film projector is whirring away. Hi, welcome to my pawn shop. I don't know what he's gonna sound like. Definitely not that. Mostly military wear, with a few more eccentric fashions thrown in.
A typical Martinez streetlight sits among assorted floor and table lamps.
That a street light?
Yes, officer. As you see, it's in perfect working order.
His manner is casual, but his speech is careful, measured. He wants you to know that he has nothing to hide.
Mind if I ask where'd you got it?
It was brought to me to be altered.
We are not here to investigate the theft of city property.
He leans in so the pawnbroker doesn't hear him.
You have to admit it's rather clever what he's done with it.
He pauses, studying the light. Stolen property, and he somehow refurbished it. Damn. Well, let's just look at the light.
The light pole has been carefully cut, and the wiring has been redone and attached to a standard indoor plug. The light buzzes faintly, but persistently.
You're kidding me. You repurposed a city-grade industrial light to work on commercial outlet. Sir, you are good. You really are good.
This would make quite a statement in your living room.
Yeah, but to be honest... well, you know what? Good point. Let me at least ask. Excuse me, sir. How much for the street light?
700 real. A bargain, I dare say.
Well, taking into account the risk of obtaining the light, gotta agree that seems a bit steep.
There's also the matter of rewiring, but the most important transformation is the light's placement among ordinary indoor fixtures, which has adjusted its morphological field. The light became suitable for use inside the home just a few days ago.
Alright, thank you. I will consider it in the not-so-near future. 700? You're kidding me, sir. That's a bit much.
Wow, a very large red t-shirt with an impressive print stands out from the other garb.
Oh?
Oh yeah, the print depicts a muscled man striding toward you, a giant sword in each hand, encircled by burning embers. Behind him is a cluster of cabins engulfed in flames. Beneath him are the words, Hjelmdal burning. The antlers on the hood of the man's cloak and his piercing blue eyes are familiar.
Huh. What's the deal with the man on this t-shirt, sir?
It's the man from Hendal.
Walking away from his burning village, yes.
It's on the tip of my tongue, but... remind me, who's the man from Hjelmdal again?
The man from Hjelmdal is the hero of a series of popular books based on a fictional version of Kotler, mostly what is nowadays Arda NFD. In fact, most people don't think that man from Hjelmdal ever really existed, but they are wrong.
Hendal isn't a real place.
Neither is the man a real man, of course. But both the man and Hjelmdal are an ontological necessity. But hey, it's not worth getting into an argument about.
I've never heard of that word before. Ontological. Man, this is why I love playing these games. You hear all these new words that maybe you can figure out or not. Based on this sentence, I'm not sure. Well, they're saying that neither the man or Helmdall are real places. They both agree on that. But it is an ontological necessity. I do not know that prefix, onto. I do not know that prefix. So I can't even guess.
Wow. What?
What do you mean the man from Helmdall is real?
I mean, even if the man from Helmdall didn't exist before the adventure novels, the stories have made it so that he has. It's simple, really.
Okay.
He sounds incredulous.
You sound skeptical. It's not that complicated. All that's required is a more robust understanding of cause and effect.
Skeptical with a C? Well, I'm American, so we spell it here with SK. I think. I could be wrong. Give me one moment. I have my phone with me. One hot moment. Yeah, with us, in America, we spell it with a K. I've never seen it spelled with a C. Skeptical. Let me see. Not easily convinced. And if I spelled it with a K. Not easy. Wow. I've really never seen it spelled with a C before. Is that a British thing? British. Is that a European thing? You know, like how when you spell colors, COLOURS, you know? That might be British spelling, because really all I've known my life was a K, not a C. See, again, all these things you learn from these text-based games, words and all that. And who says you can't learn anything playing a video game?
Besides, I've been to Kotla, though not quite as far north as the Helmdall, and watched northern lights travel across the sky. Very unique, energetic tides there.
It's for the best, because Eamdal is not a real place, and thus he could not have gone there.
My god, my build just has me learning all the background lore.
His theory isn't exactly incoherent, but its logic does suggest some unusual neural activity. Interesting.
It really does. He's convinced that it's real based on the stories, and if there are stories, then it's real. I can kind of see his idea, but at the same time, that's not always true. Just because there are stories does not mean it happened. It's like saying Harry Potter's real. I mean, I would like to believe Harry Potter was real. But anyone grounded in the idea of reality will know it's not real.
Smells like worn cotton and a little old sweat there.
Ew.
Worn cotton with a side of flea market or trash bin.
Sniffing is okay, but please don't try anything on. Can't have you leaving your photon emissions in the fabric of things you're not going to buy.
Alright, well, since we're on the topic, how much are you selling this for?
2 real.
That's dirt cheap.
Just asking, especially since it's a pawn shop, but couldn't you just give it to me, you know, for free?
But why?
Well, if not in money, perhaps I could repay you in some other way.
I deal in goods, not services.
Okay, fair enough. I'll keep that in mind then. 2 real, that's pretty good. What else is... There is... this... a curio cabinet?
You see rows of toy soldiers guarding the rest of the trinkets displayed on the table. Some on horseback, others in rags, others yet in bright blue uniforms. All are stern and unyielding in their duty.
Let's see the knights on horseback.
Big men on big horses, clad in lamella armor and carrying flintlocks, the kind that would mow down a line of enemy soldiers in the blink of an eye.
Oh, so these are like based on the older style, on the older years. Flintlock pistols, those like little big pellets that you can shoot through gunpowder. You have to keep reloading them. Huh. Those are the Franco-Nigerian cavalry, right, Kim?
Mm-hmm. I used to be very serious about my Franco-Nigerian knights.
He looks at the dusty figurines in the dim light. So the horseback knights are the Franco-Nigerians. The blue uniforms?
They're not all blue. These figurines also wear gold coats and caps, complemented by orange trousers. They are variously posed, wielding swords and rifles with bayonets.
What exactly are those?
Which ones? Ah, royalist soldiers from the time of the Revolution. The uniforms are painted a bit too brightly, I suppose.
Royalist soldiers during the Revolution. Is the Revolution also the same time as the Franco-Nigerian cavalry? I don't know. I need more info.
This set of soldiers isn't meant to look impressive. A few have rifles, but most of them carry pistols. Some even shovels and tall sticks.
The common people, I guess. Are these even soldiers?
You're probably talking about the revolutionaries, yes? Yes, they are soldiers, revolutionary soldiers. I think their poverty has been exaggerated for effect. When you place them next to the royalists, it doesn't seem like they could possibly win.
Well, I feel it's meant to give people hope. That even common folks like you and me can do it.
Maybe.
Interfacing. Dig up a truly cool figurine in the box under the table. I have a 5. I need a 10. Come on, we can do it.
Why? What's this? A headless man riding a horse? A headless man wearing futuristic tracksuit trousers that say found.
Why do I always succeed these just barely? Come on, a 5 on a dice roll is still kind of... Well, it's very average. Oh, God. A headless horseman. What is that again? Oh, no. The Legend of Sleepy Hollow. I wonder if that's what in a futuristic tracksuit tracksuit trousers. Jesus. What is this?
Oh, that's the Headless Phone Rider.
I'm sorry, who?
The Headless Phone Rider. It's an urban legend about a man who rides the streets of Revachol sporting a fawn tracksuit. As you see, he's missing his head.
He points at the decapitated figurine.
50 cents. Bargain price. I'll throw in the tiny cap too. I think he's looking for it, or something. That part of the story has many interpretations.
For 50 cents. Oh, that's a very deep impulse buy. Yeah.
Did I mention that this figurine is supposed to be lucky? Always carry it with you.
He grins. Alright, thank you. That was a very impulse buy, and I'll take it. It was such an impulse buy. Can I literally hold on to it? Wait, no. Can I, or can I not? I can't. Okay, so I don't know what this does. The head is not included, which is fine. Okay, so maybe I'll figure it out later, or maybe it was just me on an impulse buy and I just bought some trash. I don't know. Well, we'll see maybe sometime in the future. And this thing up here, what is
The
it?
boomboxes on the shelf look well-loved and well-traveled. Chipped, dented, they stare at you with the unblinking eyes of their tape reels.
Ooh, that's interesting. Let me see if I can, get a closer look.
One especially catches your eye. Deep gold and amber plastic with a big old handle on top. A classic boombox that says Stereo 8 approved. Just make sure it works before you buy it.
Shopkeep. About this Stereo 8 approved machine, up above you.
Is the Harman Welsh W2. Made in Vespa. Designed in Seoul. Plays all reel-to-reel formats. 2mm, 8mm, 12mm. It's even got a little radio in there. It'll set you back 12 real.
Huh. And are you sure this is all in working order?
Absolutely. I've tested each one myself with recordings of speech. Found sounds and music from a variety of genres. Even though I don't really like music.
That's odd. Why doesn't he like music?
You don't like music? Well, what do you like then?
The stuff I record myself. Silverware shaking in drawers as motor cars race by. Nocturnal animals climbing on the roof. Airship rotors. That kind of thing.
So kind of basically like natural/industrial sounds.
Maybe you should ditch music as well. Get into these more experimental sounds he's describing.
Okay. That actually does sound interesting. Based on your opinion, do you think something like that would come in handy for my police work?
If police work means playing tapes, sure. You can use it for that. Or any other time you'd need to play a tape.
Okay, fair enough. Thank you. God, everything in here is expensive. I only had enough to... Well, I could buy the shirt, but that'll break me. Break me bad. Breaking Bad. Hello, sir.
If you don't mind, please put the flashlight away. Some of us have photonic sensitivities.
Yeah, no, I shall blind you. I am questioning you, sir.
Photonic sensitivity is not generally acknowledged by the medical establishment.
Nah, this is my thing.
Put the flashlight away, officer. Having it is a privilege, not a right.
Oh, fine, Kim. Yeah? Okay, there we go. It took a while for that to happen. Fine.
Officer, the flashlight, please.
Oh, I literally have to... Okay, fine, you little... And Kim, why did you have to acquiesce to him? God damn it.
It's not often that I see officers from the RCM in my pawn shop.
The man at the counter turns to you slowly.
What can I do for you?
He asks.
His courtesy is not insincere, but he prefers being alone with his projector, just watching the movement of light across the walls of the shop.
Sorry. I feel like I'm interrupting you somehow. Despite the fact that we've talked for well over 10 minutes about the items in your shop, I think I'm interrupting you.
Oh no, not at all. I guess I haven't had many customers lately. RCM or otherwise.
Who are your customers usually?
All kinds of people come through here. Locals, travelers, people looking for a deal, people looking for a keepsake. People who are terminally bored. As you can see, I have a wide selection of goods for everyone to choose from.
Yeah, for sure. Definitely quite a collection you've got around here.
It keeps me entertained.
His attention is drawn once more to the play of light and shadow on the walls behind you.
He's well composed, but underneath it you sense psychedelic processes bubbling. Some kind of drug, maybe.
Is Roy high? And if yes, then what is he on? Well, there's a 92% chance of making this check. Roy's prices are strange. Oh, they definitely are. Odd brain activity. Composure noticed psychedelics. I have a 3. What do I need? A 12. 3, 5, 7, 8. Yeah, let's try it. I currently have 8. I'm gonna fail.
Feeling
Oh, thank God.
and enthralled by the movement of light, while the mind continues to race forward. Lucky bastard. He's probably on Pyrrolidon. It's tough to come by on the street.
Pyrrolidon? What's that supposed to be?
A drug developed by the military to treat and prevent radiation sickness. It has psychedelic side effects, and it makes your eyes turn yellow.
Well, you don't say. Is it just me or is it kind of warm in here?
I try to keep the shop at a comfortable temperature.
Alright. Well, no judgment. I'm just, being curious. Probably did loads of Pyrrolidon before I lost my memory.
I've had to take it. You know, since the People's Pile cleanup. I was with the Emergency Relief Brigade.
He's taken it for mental and emotional, not physical pain these days.
Huh. The People's Pile? I'm sorry, but what's that?
A bad idea. Some poor leftist built a particle decay generator in hopes of bringing affordable electricity to underserved communities. It malfunctioned. Radioactive waste everywhere. Probably some of it in you too.
I am not a science-like person, mindset, but even I know what a particle decay generator is. That can generate... that generates, radioactive energy. Gee, what? Yeah, if it So you worked in that. Maybe that's why your brain is currently a bit wonky, with or without, the medicine.
The People's Pile was a Type U particle decay generator that failed immediately after entering service, releasing radioactive waste into River Esperance.
I can take a guess what a particle decay generator is. I mean, particle decay. So, something that decays particles in exchange for energy. But why is it called the People's Pile?
Construction began during the Commune of Revachol. The people continued work on it after the Commune fell. They wanted a cheap source of energy for Revachol West. Needless to say, things didn't work out.
I'll bet. And what exactly is a particle decay generator?
A primitive nuclear reactor, also called a pile.
People's Pile. Why did it fail?
An emergency valve defect resulted in steam pressure blowing the turbine, taking the fuel containment vessel up in the explosion. Both the faulty design and lack of finances contributed to the catastrophe.
They let this go with a lack of finance? Why am I not surprised? Even in real life, some things just get pushed through despite not having enough finances. Why am I not surprised? Do you mind telling me more about this emergency relief brigade you were a part of?
We were an all-volunteer force, self-organized. Tried to help the fire brigades contain the spill.
On the patch, gamma radiation lines crossed with a red drop of blood.
I lived by the river since I was a small boy. The Esperance. Didn't have the art to let it all go to shit without trying to do something to help out. There wasn't much the volunteer force could do, however. We wasted years in the river mud. Years getting sick.
He looks at the spiraling light and stops. Must have been tough. The radioactive cleanup.
There's a reason why everyone's tried to forget any of it ever happened, and why no one has tried to repair or replace the pile. So much disappointment, and early deaths. Cancer mostly. And we knew all that was coming even as we were cleaning up as best we could.
Do you know whose fault it was for the generator failing?
No one's. Everyone's.
He sighs and shakes his head.
So much bitterness.
A bunch of poor people built themselves a primitive nuclear reactor, hoping for the best. What do you think is going to happen?
Nothing good, that's for sure. So, how did you end up running a pawn shop?
The cleanup happened 15 years ago. I was young then. Later, my second aunt died. Left me this shack and all the assorted junk in it. So I came to Martinez. People told me don't go there. It's a shithole. I said, people, we just had a nuclear pile meltdown. I'm gonna get as far away from Forburg as I can. Still in the same city, but...
He shrugs. Well, thank you so much for sharing your story with me. I really...
I like the theory more than the story. Outward movement, not vortices.
Yeah, You gotta get in on those vortices, my man.
By the way, do you happen to have any guns? You know, like the ones carried by officers of the Citizens Militia? Just being curious is all.
Someone else came here earlier today asking the same question. I promptly sold her the gun you pawned a couple days back.
This is a pawn shop, and it did feel as if you've met before. Oh God. The lieutenant shifts from one foot to another. Alert.
Was the buyer also a policeman?
She didn't seem like a policeman, although she kept referring to herself as a pig, which was odd. I found her interest in the gun a bit obsessive, but I was just happy to get rid of it, and of her. Truth be told, she was terrifying.
Right, so let me get this right. You sold your sidearm, issued by the Citizens Militia, and now a civilian is running around the streets of Martinez with it?
Believe me, Kim, I don't like that thought either. I mean, what if she intends to commit a crime and blame it on the Citizens Militia?
You're right that she could cast aspersions on the force. We have to find her.
Any idea where I can find this buyer?
My apologies, officer, but I have no idea where she was coming from or where she went.
A needle in a haystack. There is nothing you can do about it now. You'll just have to hope you luck upon her somehow.
So, just so we're all clear here, I sold you my gun.
You were adamant about getting rid of it, officer. Said you were undeserving of a service weapon of the Revachol Citizens Militia. And I don't like keeping guns around the shop for long. Off the charts photon emissions. The unhealthy kind.
Fair enough, I suppose. At least I know now how I lost my sidearm.
Of course.
You know, just on the off chance, putting the gun aside, you know, you might be able to help us in our investigation.
I doubt it, but I can try and answer any questions you may have.
Thank you. Do you happen to know anything about the recent hanging? You know, the one in the courtyard behind the Whirling in Rags hostel and cafeteria.
I do my best to keep my distance from all manner of butchery. Bad for business. Bad for everyone.
He doesn't know anything.
Alright, fair enough.
The pawnbroker's gaze is already fixed on the dancing colors.
I'm not gonna ask this because Kim is right there next to me and I don't think he's gonna like it, so... Sorry. Nope, we're done. Thank you. Pig. Keep looking, maybe no, I wouldn't say a little girl. A woman who is not an officer, but keeps referring to herself as a pig. I have the oddest feeling I know who it is, and I don't quite like that. Although I could be wrong, but I do have a sneaking suspicion. But until then, we will explore that in the next episode. For now, I will go ahead re-equip the flashlight because I like having it on. Screw the good sir. And I will see you all on the next episode. Later, everyone. Okay, you know what? Actually, I lied. I'm sorry. We're still not done yet. That was a total lie. So I did get a comment from one of the viewers. I am so sorry. I currently do not have your name in front of my face. But yes, you did tell me that there shouldn't be any real issue. What was it again? I want to say your name was Dodo. I can't remember. I think it was Dodo. I remember in my head making a crack about me having an extinct animal watching my stuff. So I think it might have been Dodo. But yeah, said that it's okay to fail, which I do get, but my health is not in greatest shape, and I was afraid of especially if it was morale. I had no more morale, but I have an extra charge right now to lose, so I will survive.
There He still is.
Oh, this is
looking
gonna suck.
right through you with his white eyes. The body below is entirely dedicated to that corpse smell. Emitting it is all it does now.
Okay, person who I believe is Dodo. This is for you. If I fail this, which is a very high probability that I will, we're gonna have some words.
The smell is repulsive. It pushes in from your mouth, more instant and more familiar than anything you'd expected. More fever than odor. It fills your mind, flushing you from within.
Almost! That was almost what I needed. I needed a perfect, and I almost had it. Oh god, that was close. That kinda hurts. Well, no, let's just let it out. I mean, the smell of 7-day rot, I'm pretty sure that's powerful.
You feel a great force ringing from your stomach. Your body curls and pushes it out, burst by burst, until a pool of vomit lies under your feet and your throat stings from the stomach acid. The smell of Commodore Red rises from the pool. Among it, distilled spirit and bits of shish kebab.
Oh. Sorry. Sorry, Kim.
It's okay. Happens to everyone. Keep it.
Thanks.
The hangover is clearly making this worse for you. You could use some ammonia to clear your head.
You really think it'll help?
If you can handle the headache. Some officers use it to deal with cadaverine odor.
Fair enough. But you don't use it?
I can't handle the headache.
It's more likely he can handle the smell, unlike you.
Oh, well, thank you, voice in the head. Alright, so where can we get ammonia from, Kim?
That young woman, the gardener, mentioned she used salts for the smell.
He nods towards the plaza.
If she doesn't have any, there might be some in the freight store nearby.
Acquiring ammonia will provide a modifier to the white check. Modifiers make checks easier and allow you to retry them.
Oh, that's cool. No, really, I was afraid that I would get hurt by that, and it's like, I already got mentally incapacitated once, and almost mentally incapacitated completely a couple times over, so I was like, I don't have the time for all these healing magics, no, using all these healing items, because I'm just getting them for free, and I don't have much.
It's snowing again.
The young woman watches the falling snow and
It
sighs.
felt like springtime just a few days ago.
Sorry, but do you still have some of your salts, miss? I think I could use some.
Sure, I'm done with them.
She takes a small capsule out of her breast pocket and hands it to you.
Go easy on that stuff. It gave me a terrible headache.
Of course, I will. Thank you so much. Oh, that's cool. Okay, so... No, really, I thought it was going to be all bad and I get hurt. Maybe if I said try to walk away, then I would definitely have gotten hurt, and then we'd have some issues. But now, I have smelling salts. Where are you? There you go. An ampule of ammonia. Hey, it's actually a good price, too. $1. Can I hold on to it? No. Is it me just using it, or... I'm confused. Do I just use... I guess I just use it. Okay, that's fair, that's fair. Let's go ahead and close this. No, close this out. And actively... No, this time for real, I will call it end to the video. The reason why I decided to go up to here is A, I did forget about what the commenter said. And B, when I stopped the video, I was like at 32 minutes. So I'm like, no, we can go on just a little bit longer. Sorry. You know me, spontaneously breaking out in song. Maybe like in that Chrono Cross episode, singing part of that world from Little Mermaid. Alright, but for real now, we're going to stop here, which is actually a good place to stop because I get here. And I do want to test out my theory next episode about some guns. I don't know if it's right, but shrug. Later, everyone.